for the rest of 2026, I want you to understand that it's hot to say no. And it's okay to say no. Saying no actually makes you hotter, in my opinion. I think that saying no has made me feel hotter. Saying no to certain friendships, relationships, setting boundaries, making sure that you're clear on what you need in your life, and being able to say that directly is okay. And I want to talk about why it's important to say no. I've had to say no to certain clients, saying, hey, I'm not going to work with you because I don't appreciate how you behave in this aspect. I don't think we'll work good together. You know, I've had to say no to certain relationships, or not even really relationships. It was more like dating, talking stages. Saying no actually provides the peace that you need. And I think sometimes people assume that saying no just means you're saying no because of trends. You want to seem cool or seem nonchalant. And it's not even about that. I think that saying no just means that you're healing a part of yourself that had anxiety, people pleaser tendencies, and learning to accept that you saying no doesn't mean that there's going to be a negative outcome that comes from it, right? Understand that you saying no, you can't even control the outcome, period. You can't. If a person is offended by you saying no, that's not within your control whatsoever. It's not within your control. I've had to literally eliminate certain friendships because there were some things that I've seen where I was like, I don't like this. I don't want a person around me that gossips about this. Like, I don't want a person around me that does this. I literally had to cut someone off in a friendship because we were in a group setting talking, and they purposely texted the person that was next to me about me in front of me instead of asking me directly. You see what I mean? So when you purposely decide, oh, I'm going to text the person next to you about you, you see how that person was setting me up. He was opening the door to talk about me. I don't care if it was the smallest thing in the world. If I'm in front of you and you're talking about me right next to the person that's right next to me, no. It's sneaky. I don't like it. It's sneaky. It's not the way I behave around people I care about. And so the reason I say these things is that it's important to set your boundaries. Say no. It's okay. When I was younger, I used to have really big people pleaser tendencies. And it really came from a place of wanting to be liked by everybody, really enjoying the admiration and the validation that it provided. But also understanding that in moments when you're down, right? In moments that you're down, the same people that, appreciate and admire you when you're up, they can be so judgmental when you're down. And you realize, wow, like, these aren't the people I want to have around me. They're not. They're not truly supportive. They only like this idea of who I am, but they don't actually value who I truly am as a human being who is imperfect, right? And so I think it's just really important to say no, because not only are you saying no to certain friendships, relationships, but you're also making the path clearer for you to see what you're supposed to say yes to. You are. And that's really what has elevated my life so much, because I used to work at a gas station at one point when I was 19, 20 years old. I used to work there. And it's no disrespect to anybody who works there as a cashier or anything, but that was probably the most miserable life I ever had. But one thing I did learn from working there is I had to set clear boundaries on what I was willing to tolerate, right? I will say that job made me feel like I extremely hate small talk. Extremely hate small talk. But I didn't tolerate, don't walk up to my car. Don't try and talk to me while in my car. That's rude. That's weird. I don't know you. Don't try to call me a nickname that I don't know you personally. I just work here. Don't call me sweetheart. Don't call me baby girl. A lot of the men used to do that or try to do that. And I'd be like, hey, my name is right here. My name is Amina. How can I help you? And just redirect that energy. And I think that it's so important, so important to just make sure that you're just setting your boundaries and setting it clear. Because some people, you know, there's going to be people that deem you as, oh, you're doing too much. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. If it bothers you, it's a big deal. And that's okay. You're not meant in this lifetime, right? In order for us to grow, we're not meant to be liked by every single person in the world. And I think when you focus on not trying to be liked so much and you just do exactly what you enjoy doing or doing and being around people that, you know, truly cares about you, it's way more freeing and it makes you hotter. It does. Because now you understand, okay, wow, this is who I am. This is what I'm willing to tolerate. I don't do this. That's not part of my identity. That's not part of what I do. And it makes you hotter because not only do other people see that you honor and respect yourself and your boundaries, but you feel hotter too. You do. You feel good because you feel confident and you speaking and saying, hey, this is who I am and this is who I'm not. And in order for you to get to that point, you have to ask yourself the uncomfortable questions. I remember when I had to ask myself uncomfortable questions about why do I feel pressured to respond to people at certain times, or why do I feel Why do I feel these ways? Why do I feel anxiety saying yes to something that I don't actually want to do? It's because you're going against yourself. And every time you go against yourself, you feel energetically drained. Every time you know, your manager tries to call you in, oh, Amina, can you do this? And you say yes every time, even when you don't want to do it. You're not respecting yourself every single time. You're not. Every time as a service provider, when you respond to a client on your personal time, when you're doing something, you're in the middle of something, and it actually bothers you, you don't set boundaries of, hey, I only answer messages within this time frame. Please message me at respective hours. When you don't set boundaries and you just allow things to happen, that's why we all feel energetically drained. That's why people get so mad and upset and you just let it build up. Stop doing that. So saying no makes you hotter. It does. When I used to work at that gas station, I realized, I said, no, I'm way too developed. I'm way too mentally enhanced. I shouldn't be working here. I could feel it vibrationally. Like, no, I'm not meant to be here. And what happened? I decided to quit. I've always been a day trader. That's something you can see in my other videos. I've been trading for 6 years. I decided to get my car. I now drive my Mercedes. I used to drive my Toyota Camry 2002, which, very great car. But I had to increase my self-concept to realize and allow myself to be deserving of the things that I know I've been destined to have. You have to do that. You have to talk to yourself. You have to say, hey, this is who I envision myself to be. This is who I'm meant to be around. So do that. So again, as I said, saying no makes you hotter. I hope all of you guys can resonate with that. And if you've had an experience where you said no and you felt the difference, the mindset shift that it had for you, the identity shift that it's had for you, definitely drop it below. I want to hear all of your stories. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.